And what do you see, what's your guidance to companies in terms of actually how they get a positive message out, and how they can, engage their staff around climate change?
Yeah, so I think there's two different things there. There's the internal engagement, and then there's external communication, both of which are fundamentally like critical for driving success with this thing. It's funny because we the Planet Mark, we talk and work with hundreds of companies, and when we're at the start of conversations with organizations who are trying to figure out the direction of travel for their sustainability journeys, we always find that they're doing so much when you scratch beneath the surface of their activities, because naturally organizations tend to be socially conscious anyway, and wanting to do the right thing. They're just, they're trying to manage their day jobs almost with these extra things, which is linked to the history of sustainability, where it's kind of started with basic philanthropy to corporate social responsibility, which is still kind of a bolt-on exercise, to now sustainability and ESG, which is, fundamentally aligned with an organization's business strategy, which is what we need. So going back to your question, they need a framework in order to understand what and how to collect these stories, so to say, for external communication, and also how to quantify the impact of those activities, because then you move from saying a bunch of words which might not be so credible and kind of borderlines greenwashing, to actually backing that up with evidence and facts, and showing the results of the activities that you put in place, which is really important. And people are really switched on to these things now. So if you're just saying a bunch of words, and I've seen campaigns recently from very large organizations where I've been like, that doesn't resonate with me, let alone everyone else. It's really important. So quantifying your impacts in order to communicate externally is important. And then from an internal staff engagement perspective, you just have to create a forum to allow staff to comfortably and confidently contribute to things that they're passionate about, maybe outside the workplace, and they want to be more involved with inside of the workplace. And actually that, that gives people a greater sense of purpose and meaning in what they do. And there's some amazing research out there that demonstrates, if staff turnover is really important to you, it makes staff, it reduces staff turnover, because staff are more likely to stay and be part of your transition and the change that needs to happen anyway. So you're just maximizing the benefit of these things, which is another one of my phrases. So yeah.
And there's been a lot written about recently over the last few years of how purpose-driven businesses can outperform those without a clear purpose. And then if you can take that purpose, you can make sure that it has ESG as part of that purpose, and then communicate that and get it to your staff and engage the staff. I know from our experience, and also I've seen with the success with Planet Mark, it can be transformational for organizations.
Absolutely, yeah. Purpose is a key theme, and what we're seeing at the moment, and it helps define who you are, and then helps with those transitions and all of those things. It's a really exciting time, and I think the Friedman model of paying creating shareholder wealth as the primary focus of a business, that's now shifting. We still live in a capitalist world. Neoliberalism perhaps isn't the model, but heavily regulated capitalism has got us to where we are today. And there's lots of different frameworks and approaches, from the founder of Whole Foods' conscious capitalism model to lots of other similar models that I think work really well and can help accelerate that change, because business has a massively critical role in helping us solve these challenges.